Peekaboo, Pikachu! I feel so much better now that I got that out. Excuse me. What is going on? I don't even know. It's been a while since I made a video, so I had a thing, and then I had some thoughts, and some other thoughts. None of them were good. But since when has that ever stopped me? Let's be realistic. What we're about to do is actually just ripped, just viciously torn from the breast of the upcoming questions videos. Yes, there will be at least one more questions thing. If you don't know why, what? What do you mean? The what? Who are you? I don't know. I was hoping you knew. In the answers thing I did not too long ago, I mentioned that maybe the questions videos wouldn't continue, but if they did, if we did one in June, that would be cool, because that would be like a year. Guess what, bitches? We're doing one in June for shiz. We did this a year together. Holy crap. And that's exactly the reason we're doing it. Actually, no, it's not. The reason is always because I love hearing what you guys have to say, but bitch loves bookends. Like, a lot. So, like, the beginning things and then ending things, even though inherently I tend to gravitate more towards existential endings, which don't usually end. There's a lot of ambiguity, because the idea is that the beginning and the end, they're the same. There is no change. Stop talking. I kinda can't. Otherwise, this is just gonna be however many minutes of my face, and that is no good. Not to say that my voice is much better, but, you know, pointless. Pointless. Where the fuck is the word? Alright, so this stupid thing is a thing that was going to be in another thing, but it's not going to be in that thing because I want it to be its own thing. And I want video responses, I want comments, I want healthy discussion. I want some yogurt. I'm hungry. That's a lie. I don't ever want yogurt. But, well, apparently Janet doesn't want yogurt either. Either that or she works for the yogurt and I offended her. I'm sorry. Calm your tits, Janet. The tits you don't have because you're a memory card. Yeah, okay. Bitches! You're not bitches. You're not bitches at all. Who are you, Jesse Pinkman? Lovely and respectable people whom I love and respect in a lovely and respectable way. Scientific contribution. You can make one. One. It does not have to be real. It does not have to be medically based. It does not have to be for the good of humanity. I don't care what you're doing, why you're doing it. What is your one scientific contribution that you make to the world? And backstory galore, you can include it if you want, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. You've had all the money, you had all the information and education and understanding. Maybe you underwent a lab experiment and suddenly your brain exploded and there were a million more wrinkles than there were supposed to be, and now you understand more. Maybe this is the episode of Star Trek called Spock's Brain, with the big thing with the needles, the big, like, you know, hair drying thing with needles, and McCoy uses it to put Spock's brain back in his head. I don't know. Look at his face. Does it look like it knows anything? No. Look at it. Look at it! You're beautiful. Yes, you're beautiful. Back to the point. Have you kept up so far? Good for you. Round of applause. Get it? Round. Round of applause. Did you guys do this in grade school? No? Just me? Well, you should be doing it now. Are you? Do it. Do it or something bad will happen to you tomorrow at noon. Involving the banana. Stop. You know the funny part, while I was doing that, my toes were doing this. Silly creature. Ow! Whatever, however you do it, your advancement to technology, tell me what it is. Why is it? Personal, not personal reasons, don't care. I just want... Well, that's a lie, I do care. That's exactly why I do this. I would not sit here and talk to you and presume that you want to listen to me, because why would you? It's about engaging. It's about exchanging. It's about Other words that rhyme with change. Mange is a bad thing to get. For your animals and for you. Strange. Alright, stop, Patty. I wish I could justify this by saying I'm tired, but I'm just weird. My contribution is to find a means by which to make, either it's an evolutionary thing or whatever, however, not by external stimuli or external force, nor by chemicals being introduced to the body that would not otherwise be prevalent. I find a way for all of us to learn how to control the chemicals in our brain on a voluntary level. Like, they will always do it involuntarily. If I hold a flame under my hand right now, it's gonna do its own thing. It's gonna fuck off. It's gonna be like, bitch, what the hell you think you're doing? I'm gonna be like, why are you talking? It's pretty much exactly like that, word for word. But at the same time, I can do this. I'm telling it to do this. It may not want to, but who cares? Your hand. You have no rights. Ow. So to find a way that, and I don't know how it would happen because there's not muscles and tendons in the brain that would contract and do things, but whatever, who cares? Somehow I figured this out. To find a way that we can voluntarily control the balance of the chemicals in our brain, and all of them, unless, adrenaline as well. We can control this shit. The means by which, the purpose of this is to alleviate some of the pain of mental illness. And mental illness is such a huge thing, and we're still very much in the dark ages about this. Sure, we're not doing electroshock therapy and lobotomies anymore, but it's still super dangerous, and we still get no fucking progress whatsoever. We have doctors who, yes, inherently, any emotion that you've ever felt was actually a chemical. Yes, it's true. Deal with it. But that doesn't mean that pumping a human being with more chemicals, that even if they're clinically tested, mother approved, they're supposed to fix this thing. Yeah, but it fucks up every other thing. It's just no good, and it's so hard. I've spent a lot of time around people who have varying different mental illnesses, and I'm not, just that phrase has such a stigma. I hate it, but whatever. Anything from average, everyday Joe Schmo depression to manic depressive disorder, shit in between. And we've all got our own little levels. Whether you've been diagnosed as having one or not is debatable, but it's not debatable. It's whether or not you've chosen to tell us or gone to a doctor about it. But who cares? It doesn't matter because chemicals. I'm not on any... Don't worry. Excuse me. I do have gas, though. The finger helps. Yes, Mrs. Torrance. Yeah, anyway. It wouldn't cure the problem. That's a big deal. It would merely alleviate the symptoms. Because if you have a legitimate thing where your brain is already doing its thing, and it's like, nah, fuck you, bitch, you get no oxytocin. None for you. You get nothing but serotonin. Then your brain's kind of a jerk, but whatever makes it automatically do that as the default setting, that may need to still get fixed. But this, at least, it happens, and you can go, nah, bitch, normal. I can sort of be normal. Is it a permanent solution? No. Is it something that could easily be abused? Yes, definitely. I mean, you can be pumping your brain so full of oxytocin, and then the minute you stop, suddenly you have the most horrific withdrawals that you become suicidal or worse. That's what causes postnatal depression, is the mama's brain is literally just sitting in a hot tub. It's a crock pot of oxytocin. And then all of a sudden, apparently the body doesn't care what happens after the baby comes out. It's just got to make sure that the mama's happy while the baby's in there. And then, pow, and then, shoo. These are the scientific terms, obviously. So, yeah, this is easily abused, but regardless of that, it needs to still be a free will thing. It needs to be something that we just get to a point where we can physically make it happen on our own. And then you're responsible for it. That sucks. More responsibility, but it takes the power away from like pharmaceutical companies. It alleviates some of the dependence you might subsequently become victim to. And not in a, like, the conspiracy theory sort of way, just in a legit, if you don't have to see a doctor about it, then you don't. There's a couple $100 that you get to save. But again, it just treats the symptom. So it's not, there are probably better advancements to make in the world. Like Batman and I were having a conversation similar to this, and his contribution to the world was going to be a means by which to cure all diseases, which is fantastic, and it shows you the heart of this guy. But at the same time, me being the pessimist, the mortality rate of the world, if it suddenly drops off, we have severe issues. We've already got severe issues. There's already too many motherfuckers here. Now if motherfuckers stop dying, shit. Now what? Hold it! Hold the fucking phone, put it to your ear and say, I can't talk right now, Pat's got shit to say. Just so we're clear on something, I'm not in any way, shape, or form when I say that. I'm not saying that I'm pro-world where people die of diseases. I'm not at all a fan of a world where babies can die of AIDS. I'm not pro-dead baby. Never have been. Check the records, Jack. You won't find them. I hope, because I don't think I've ever talked about it. Never had a reason to. Not that this is really a good reason, but whatever. Moving on. I'm not saying that on an individual level people having diseases is good and subsequently curing all diseases is bad. But on a scientific level, a birth rate and a mortality rate in an ecosystem cannot be this ridiculously unbalanced, which is exactly what would happen if we cured all diseases. So, instead, let's do two things. Let's continue with this theme of cure the symptom and not the disease itself. I go into the doctor tomorrow. Doctor says, Patty, you got butt cancer. And I go, are you absolutely sure that it's butt cancer and not head cancer? Because, you know, my head's up my butt. Doctor doesn't really like my sense of humor, which I don't blame him. I don't either. But, I'm so funny. He says, oh, or she, welcome to the modern world. Doctor says, you're gonna die in about 3 months. But here's the thing. Drink the thing, eat the thing, shoot up the thing. Probably not smoke the thing, sorry. Whatever you have to do with the thing. Swallow the thing, get the thing in your body. No. Just behave. And you won't feel it. No symptoms will exist. You will have no idea. If I hadn't told you, you'd have no idea this was going on. So long as you took the thing first. Moving on. Let's make that happen. Okay? Let's make it so that no human being or animals too, goddammit, no living creature, plants, I don't know what diseases plants get. Dutch elm disease. Dutch elm disease goes bye-bye. No plant should ever have to feel, no animals, no nothing should ever have to feel their body rot from the inside. No one should ever have to feel bone cancer and the excruciating pain of it. No one should have to go through the anxiety, everything you go through if you have a disease. Unless you want to. See? Free will. I don't have to take the thing. Or whatever the thing. I don't have to do the thing. If I go, nah, dude, I'm going to suffer from religious purity. Ha. Sure. Or, there are those who believe that without actually, experiencing pain, true art can't come from it. And, just whatever your reasons might be, you don't have to do the thing. If you want to suffer, you can suffer. But if you don't want to suffer, you don't have to. I take the thing. I don't feel it. I eventually kick off. Sayonara. But no real misery. In fact, it's probably a celebration because, yay, she's dead. That's a groovy idea to me. And then let's throw a little amendment on there. Children cannot catch a disease. You have to be physically developed enough to be a disease catcher. You have to reach a physical level of approximately an 18-year-old, a young adult, before you are capable of catching diseases. Because no child should ever have to go through that. Period. So, you can be a Pokemon trainer once you're a grown-up. You can catch all the diseases. Gotta catch them all. But, and then you can be cured of them all, I guess. You can be cured of the symptom, though it would be very interesting to see when you died then. But that's a conversation for another day. I just wanted to stipulate that I'm not saying that I like the idea of people dying, and I feel like I need to say that because not too long ago, a couple months ago, I recall stating that if I had the power, it would be a very difficult decision for me to not wipe out the entire human race. It's not a very good precursor to this conversation. I'm not a supervillain, I promise! Do I dress like a super- Look at this. Would a supervillain wear a badass Godzilla t-shirt? Would you talk like this? I would. Totes my goats. That's all. Carry on. Me. What are you gonna do? But, you know, so to me it's very important to make sure that it's understood that this is not in any way, shape, or form something that's going to save your life immediately. If you're suicidal and you fix your chemical levels, okay, you bought yourself another day. How long do they last though? Your body is constantly cycling things. What else is going to happen? Who knows? There's so many variables. But think about how many people self-medicate. Above and beyond the people who actually have to have prescription medication to fix them just so that they can try to be normal. But the people, and that's the ones who try. That's not even the ones who never try, who just full on go into the clock tower and start killing people. The ones who genuinely get off on hurting others. That's all chemicals. And why do I keep doing this? My temple is gonna be blue. It's gonna match my shirt. I'm not saying it would fix the world. I'm not. But it might help a little. And if it were to help, if it's something that can help the individual, eventually it will help on a societal level. Are there very obvious problems? Yes. Absolutely. People can't be trusted with anything. Earlier, what I talked about with if I put a flame under my hand, people will do that on purpose. Even though the hand tries to fuck off, they're like, nah, bitch, stay here. People, we are inherently stupid. That's a fact. And we can't be trusted with really anything. But if we had the freedom to at least somewhat control this, and maybe if we go here, maybe extend it to the idea of being able to control something on a molecular level. Maybe we can control what happens in our bodies, but I'm not really as worried about the body as I am up here, obviously. Which I should probably be a little worried about my own, huh? But yeah, anyway, I don't feel like I've made a single point here, but my idea would be find a means by which, either through meditation, or maybe you lick a lollipop 7 times, you look in the mirror and you say, bananas! Exactly like that, jazz hands necessary, and suddenly it works. Who knows? Who knows? But some way to make a voluntary control over the chemicals that are released in our brain by the idea of trying to balance it out, which could alleviate, though not cure, at least not immediately, maybe it would eventually, because how long does this last? And does your brain eventually get used to the idea and then it's subsequently much more difficult to find the balance? I don't know. But to be able to alleviate mental illness from the big scale, full-blown manic depressive, you know, psychotic tendencies, etc., to just straight up, you're bummed out. Or maybe something as simple as a heartbreak. All of us have fallen in love with the wrong person, or something, or maybe you lost something in your life, be it a person, a pet, your job, something chronically bummed you out, like to the point where there was the psychosomatic heartbreak that you feel here for no reason. Your heart has nothing to do with it, but you hurt and you can't eat, you can't do anything. This would fix that. For now. But what would be the long-term effects? That would be the one. First I insult yogurt, then I apparently bore Janet to tears. I don't even know. But yeah, so that's my scientific... that's my contribution to a field of which I can't even say, apparently. Science! Yay! I should just talk like that from now on. Science! It's great! It's good! Please tell me yours. Maybe you're not in that voice. Or maybe, I don't care. I'm not a cop. We've established this. Not a fucking cop. I promise. This isn't entrapment. I don't understand how entrapment laws work. Honest to goodness. Things I see in cops sometimes look like entrapment. They're not. Somehow they go. I could Google it, but I'm not going to. Why are you still here? Pretty sure. Pretty sure you should have run away a long time ago. To be honest. Oh my god. I feel like I have something else to say. And I'm gonna remember it the minute I turn this bitch off. But I ain't coming back. I turn my back on you, I never come back. Maybe. And as God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again. Tell me things, guys. What would you contribute to science if you had the means by which to do so? And what would be your reasons? And anything else you feel like telling me. Bye. Love you all. Thanks for watching. For real though. Bye. Go, 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 Godzilla! Ah! It's a better version of the song. That was the first version, but Blue Oyster Cult was like, nah, dude. Don't think it's too revolutionary. You got to see a boob. Go away.